This video is for personal use only. Please consult a physician or certified healthcare professional prior to starting any home exercise programs. I'm Caitlin, and I'm a registered respiratory therapist. Welcome to our home exercise program video number 1. In this video, we're going to go a little bit into details on what equipment you will need, what you should have ready, how you're going to monitor yourself, and thinking about what are your goals. So let's get started.
Firstly, you're going to need a chair with no arms so that it's easy to move around on the chair and do your exercises. If you do have a chair with arms and that's all you have, that is okay. You can still do the exercises and modify it as you need. You will also need some water. Make sure that you have a bottle of water nearby so that once you get started doing the exercises, you don't have to leave to go get your water, which might make you feel even more short of breath since you might have to walk a little bit of a distance to get that. So have it ready to go. Save your energy. Lastly, you're going to need some weights. And if you have dumbbells, you can use them. Stick to 1 to 2 pound weights to begin with, and you can work yourself up from there. But you don't want to start too heavy and exhaust or injure yourself. So you can use 2 cans that are the same size. If you don't have weights, they can be a smaller size, or if you're feeling ambitious, they can be larger cans. Just as long as you can grip them easily and you're not going to drop them, you can use 2 of any objects that are the same weight. So now that we have gone through a few of those things, our last safety thing, make sure you have some shoes. Don't try and do this barefoot. We don't want you to injure yourself. And if you are wearing the shoes, have them tied up and secure. We don't want any falls. So it's your choice. Be as comfortable as you like. Shoes are going to provide you more stability while we're doing this, and it is recommended that you do wear shoes even though you are in your own home.
Also, you're going to want to have your equipment nearby. Your oxygen pulse oximeter, so your finger probe. And don't forget that you will be doing your spirometry on yourself at the times we have indicated. So having all of your equipment ready and nearby before you get exercising. What if I am using oxygen? For some of you, you may be prescribed oxygen at home. While you are exercising, please use your prescribed flow rate in liters per minute that you have been prescribed for activity and monitor yourself with that pulse oximeter, the finger probe, during exercise. An oxygen saturation or percent of 90% or more should be your target. So unless we have told you otherwise, you're going to try and keep your oxygen saturations that you're reading on your finger probe above 90%. If your oxygen saturations drop below that, so you're seeing 88% or less or 89% or less, stop and take some breaks. Take some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and continue to watch your SAT monitor until you see your SATs rising above 90%. You can resume activity when you have recovered and you feel able to start and your oxygen saturation is above or equal to 90%. We want you to be safe while you are exercising. We also want you to use the modified Borg scale for dyspnea while you are exercising. So what does that mean? There is a scale of 0 to 10 of how hard it is to breathe while you are exercising. So how hard do you feel like it is to breathe at this point? 0 being not feeling anything at all, and 10 being completely maxed out. We want to stay around a 3 or a moderate level for breathlessness and fatigue. We don't want to go too far above that 3 and get into some severe or very severe breathing feeling. We want to stay in that moderate kind of range for how hard we're working to breathe. If you get above 3, you might want to adjust your level of activity or stop and take a break and check your oxygen. If you get at any point where you feel like you're over a 3, that should be an indication for you to check those sats so that you can get an assessment of how you're doing. It is going to be important to ask yourself one question: how do I feel? You're going to need to listen to your body and assess yourself throughout this program. When it starts to feel like it's too much, if you ask yourself, how do I feel? There are a few things you should do. Firstly, check your oxygen sats. Put the little finger probe on your finger and make sure that your oxygen saturations are in a range that are safe for you. Do your breathing exercises. In video 2, we explain how to do pursed lip breathing and diaphragmatic breathing. Both will assist you when you're starting to feel short of breath. Lastly, we would like you to monitor yourself until you feel ready to start exercising again. So until your oxygen numbers get back in the range they need to be, you're going to continue to do your breathing and monitor yourself. How do I know if I'm exercising too hard and too much? Well, it shouldn't feel painful. If any of the exercises are starting to feel painful, that's an indication that maybe you're getting tired and you're losing your posture or form, or potentially you're so tired you're unable to lift those weights properly. We don't want you to feel pain at any point during exercise. You might not be able to complete the number of repetitions indicated. So for example, in the bicep curls, when it says to do 10 and you feel like you can only do 5, that might indicate that you're exercising too hard. An option would be to remove the weights and just do the bicep curl motion, but without the weights. Another way you can tell you're exercising too hard is if your symptoms feel worse than normal. Of course, when you have some lung issues, it can feel hard to breathe on a good day. But if you're exercising and your symptoms feel worse than normal, you're more short of breath, you're coughing lots, and those oxygen saturations are not coming up, that's an indication you might be exercising too hard or may not be feeling well enough to exercise that day. And these would be important points to document in your diary, and also a point at which you should adjust your workout. You can decrease the amount of weight or use no weight, take more breaks, take longer breaks, or skip an exercise to perform a breathing exercise instead of doing some reps. Whatever it is that's going to help you self-manage through this exercise will be the best thing for you. You're in charge of yourself and you're listening to your body. When should I stop exercising? When is too much and not even a break will help? Well, you should definitely stop exercising if you feel dizziness, chest pain, more shortness of breath than usual, and or you have an uncontrolled cough. If you have any of these symptoms, immediately stop exercising. Monitor yourself and do not resume exercising if these symptoms persist. If your symptoms persist well after exercise has been stopped, please seek immediate medical attention. If your symptoms are severe and you feel your breathing is not in control, call 911. Before you start, I want you to think to yourself, what are my goals? What am I going to be achieving by doing this exercise program? And that is going to be different for each person. You want to set realistic goals that you think you can achieve. Exercise is a journey, not a destination. It is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time to get to that goal. And it's okay to modify your goals as you go and understand what you are and are not capable of. By the end of the 8 weeks, an example might be, I would like to complete the whole exercise video workout without taking extra rests or breaks between sets. Or maybe your goal is something simple, like I just hope to do this exercise program each of the days. And whether I can get through it all or not is another thing, but at least I'm trying. So remember, everyone is going to have a different goal. Some people may be trying to achieve weight loss. Other people may be trying to increase their exercise capacity and reduce their breathlessness. Whatever your goal is, that is individual to you, and it's important for you to focus on. Don't worry about other people's goals. It is you that matters. Next, I would like you to check out video 2, where we're going to go through all the important breathing techniques to help prepare you for our exercise.